Hey folks, and welcome back to another one of my videos. I'm Brendan from Bluelight, and over the past several years I've been coaching and supporting people for the police recruitment process. So you can find out some information about that in the blurb below, especially how to join my Facebook group, which now has over 6,300 members, especially devoted just to police recruitment issues. So today in the coaching session for one of my clients who's preparing for the Search Assessment Centre, and this would equally apply to the Day 1 Assessment Centre for the Metropolitan Police, we looked at the 5-stage or 5-step appeals process as a way of utilising phrases that we can use with role players when they are being non-compliant with your requirements. So I notice I use the word requirement there. As a customer services officer, or if it's met Day 1 as a police officer, you're going to require people to do things as opposed to ask them. Well, actually, you're going to ask them first, and if they become non-compliant, you're going to require them to do things. So you might want to think about this kind of process here. If you're one of my clients, nip over to the client-only Facebook group, where I give you a far more detailed breakdown of the sort of phrases you can utilise here. But to start with, we want a simple ask. We want to ask someone to do something. If they don't do it, we're then going to indicate what the policy is on whatever the issue is that you're facing, and remind them of that. The third part is a reasoned appeal, so there's certain phrases we're going to use to help reason with them. And then the next one is a beautiful moment. I've used this so many times as a police officer. Is there anything I can reasonably say or do that will enable you to comply with my requirement to do whatever? And if you put that in your statement, you're going to knock out the defence completely, because you're going to come across as the most reasonable person ever, especially if you use everything else on this. So again, I'll repeat that. Is there anything I can reasonably say or do that will enable you to comply with my requirement? And if they tell you to, I'm not interested, I don't care, then enforce. So in terms of some of the role plays, you're probably going to have to enforce some things with the shopkeeper. So there you go. We also looked at, there's a bit of an action plan, but that's something else. That's a different video in itself. Why is that on that flip chart? An action plan for a non-compliant shopkeeper to do with a specific type of role play, specific subject. So I'm not going to go into that now. Anyway, I hope you found this useful, folks, especially some of the phrases which I've given you there. A bit of a teaser, really, because if you want to find out exactly the phrases you can utilise in a variety of different situations, then you need to nip over to the client-only Facebook group. My client today was a PCSO. They'd never heard of this. The amount of times I speak to special constables and PCSOs and serving officers, police officers, regular officers, who have not heard of the 5-step, 5-stage appeals process. What are they teaching you guys these days? Anyway, I'll say goodbye from York. Speak to you soon. Cheerio for now.